I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is the EntreLeadership podcast. You guys know I pick on corporate America all the time. I can't stand corporate America. And just as a reminder, corporate America is not the size of a company, and it's not the fact that they're publicly traded or not, although that sometimes does influence it. Corporate America is a mindset, and it can be in a small business or a large business, and big businesses can be led well and run well, and then they don't fall under what I call corporate America, because corporate America, for me, is an insult I am laying out there towards some company. You got me? But there's companies that do very, very, very cool things. Like I love that Amazon called their people back to work, and what that CEO did was very cool. That was the way he handled that, and the memos that he put out, and the whining that he endured. Oh, they're making people work from work. Oh, my God. So we defended him, and even though Amazon's obviously a huge company, here's another huge company that this is pretty cool. Home Depot, this is from Forbes, is implementing a new policy aimed at bridging the gap between corporate and retail operations. Starting in the fourth quarter of 2024, all corporate employees, including senior management and remote workers, will be required to complete an 8-hour shift at one of the company's retail stores every quarter. You have to work 4 days a year in the store to inform you how things work. Listen, this is cool. Bloomberg has reported this, citing an internal memo from Home Depot CEO Ted Decker. Way to go, Ted. This decision aims to bridge the gap between the corporate office and the retail floor. The intention is to ensure that all employees, regardless of their position, understand the challenges and daily operations faced by store workers, thereby fostering empathy, better decision-making, and a more cohesive company culture. Brilliant! We need to stay connected to the core of our business so we can truly understand the challenges and opportunities of our store associates face every day, Decker said in a note to the staff. Because people, when people sit in the ivory tower and never come out and visit the real people, they lose their soul. They become bureaucrats. The worst word you could ever call anyone. And then corporate starts coming up with really asinine ideas for the real people out there that are doing the real work. And they look at corporate with this sideways German shepherd look, like you people are morons. Because corporate has become disconnected from what's known as the customer, which is where corporate gets paid from, by the way. I love this. This is me injecting into Ted Decker's operation, but I'm just saying, way to go. Way to go. Thumbs up right here. I like it. We need to stay connected to the core of our business, which is, by the way, the retail store. It has nothing to do with corporate. Corporate is there to actually support the retail store. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, this is real leadership. Home Depot, one of the largest retailers in the United States with over $150 billion in annual revenue, 450,000 employees, is reviving this practice after it was suspended during the pandemic due to safety concerns. For white-collar workers, this move serves as an opportunity to gain firsthand insight into customer interactions, operational challenges, and the physical demands of retail work, potentially enhancing their managerial and strategic decisions. However, this mandate is considered an unconventional step for the retail industry, particularly in light of growing labor activism and a recent decline in sales after a surge in consumer spending during the pandemic. How this policy could backfire. The success of this initiative largely depends on its implementation. Well, no kidding, Sherlock. Wow. Okay. DoorDash previously introduced a program called WeDash, requiring all employees in the U.S. and Canada and Australia, from engineers to the CEO, to complete a food delivery once a month. This initiative aims to provide staff with a deeper understanding of their product, offer insights into how their decisions affect Dashers and customers. See, it's a really good idea for everyone in the company to remember where money comes from. money comes from the customer, not your bureaucratic bullcrap coming from a disconnected corporate culture. This is brilliant. Way to go, Ted Decker. EntreLeadership salutes you. It's just well done. Like you care. You probably don't care, but it's just, I'm telling you, man, this is the kind of stuff. So when we were smaller, when you came on board, one of the things you had to do, we used to do about 40 live events a year. And there were like arena events and theater events, anywhere from 5,000 to 12,000 people. And we would go around, we spent half our life on the dadgum road going and setting up all this stuff and doing all this. And it required a tractor trailer loads of books on the back table at the breaks and, all the setup of the live events and the, getting all those people's tickets, getting them into their seats, helping them do all that stuff. So we have a live events team, but we would also require all new team members in the first 6 months that they worked here to volunteer. They were voluntold. You were going on the road with us, and you're going to set up stuff, and you're going to sweat loading the truck, and you're going to help us, and you're going to hand out tickets, and you're going to talk to the actual customer that's had their life changed by what we do, and the customer that's giving us money to come and learn from us, and the customer that's having an experience at one of our events that was properly run, or there was a problem at it, and you got to watch the customer at that. So new team members, it was part of your onboarding in those days. Our growth rate has been so high that we didn't need 200 volunteers doing that, and we don't do as many of those type of events anymore, so we quit doing it. But that was our way of doing what they're doing here to make sure our team was plugged in. And, of course, we now have the Ramsey Event Center here on campus, and we do events here. And when the events are here, we voluntold people that, from all through the company to go up there and sit and watch the consumer's reaction to our speakers, our teachers, watch how they interact with our products, talk to them, hear their stories, serve them with issues that they have. And it changes everything, guys. It gets everybody, okay, the accounting team now suddenly knows where money comes from. The customer. The software engineers all of a sudden know why they're writing all these lines of code for the customer. It's just brilliant. I mean, golly, this is so cool. Most small businesses that have 20 people, it's mandated. Just by the way the business functions, you're with the customer all the time anyway. So you've got this close interaction. But the bigger you get, and I can't even imagine having 450,000 employees. That just blow. I don't even want a tenth of that. Ugh, wow. I got 1,100. It's all I need. I can tell you that. Wow. This is just good stuff. So great lesson for those of us in smaller businesses from the great people over at Home Depot. It's a good idea for your team members to be in the weeds. Get them out from behind the cube. Put them out there in the weeds, chopping, seeing where money comes from the customer. Teach them how to love the customer, how to super serve the customer, how to surprise and delight the customer. Yeah. And then when you go back to your desk to do your normal job, you have a different perspective. This is just, man, that's really, really good leadership. Again, we salute you guys. Proud of you. We know you probably never hear this and don't care, but just the same, that's where we are. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.